You're watching the 2024 SCAC Softball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Trinity University softball program. The Tigers will be led as they head into the season under the guidance of new head coach Bailey Wittenauer, along with leadership from senior Dawson Dabboussi. Coach Dawson, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Coach, we'll get started with you. The announcement was made back in July that you'd be taking over the role as head coach of the Tiger softball program, having previously spent the two previous seasons as the lead assistant there. Just sort of take me through that transition. What has that period since July been like for you as you've led up to your first season as head coach? And how excited are you to finally be here on the precipice of a new year and get started?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Definitely the news of me getting the opportunity to lead this team was very exciting for me. It came at a time where I was definitely shocked, but at the same time, I've been a head coach before, so it definitely wasn't something new, and I knew that I could definitely lead this program just to new heights.
Dawson, similar from a player's perspective, how important was it for Bailey in that transition from your perspective as one of the leaders on this team, her stepping in that role, having been a part of this group for the two previous seasons, been an assistant, understand kind of the culture, understand the players and the athletes within the program. How has that transition been for this group? And for you, how excited are you to finally get ready and get going here for your senior year?
Yes, I'm so excited for this year. We were very excited for Coach Witt to be our new head coach because we knew that she had so much experience before, but also like she's led the team in like so many different ways, but she also knows our strengths and weaknesses and like who we are really as a person. And so she can like in practice work on ways to like improve those improve that. And so we just were really excited that she was applying to be the head coach, and we were really pushing for her in the end. So
Coach, as I've mentioned, you've been a part of this building process as this team has certainly had the arrow pointing in the right direction. Now, 3 straight seasons of 10+ conference wins. That's the first time that's happened since the 2014 to 2016 season. So certainly there's a lot of things that have been going right and when you've been a part of this program. But as you've taken over as head coach, are there some messages, some things that you're trying to implement that are kind of some key pillars of your foundation as you put your fingerprints now on this program as the head coach there at Trinity Softball?
Yeah, for sure. Really, like our day-to-day is very similar. Like I know what we've been doing the past 2 years since I've been here, like we're on the upward trajectory. But for me as a head coach, like I really try to preach them to make sure that they're comfortable at practice and they feel okay to fail, because I want them, if they do make a mistake at practice, to get it out of the way and not feel so much pressure. So when it comes time to game time, like they're playing free and lax. So really, like I said, just making sure that the environment is inclusive and they feel safe. And then also when it comes to like our overall confidence with our sport, making sure that we're providing like tidbits here and there so they feel like the best they can be on game day.
Dawson, you're coming off a career year a season ago, second team all SCAC and career highs across the board, games played, games started, batting average, hits, runs, doubles, triples, slugging percentage, on base percentage, really an outstanding season from you. How much does a year like that build your confidence level? And what are some things that you've continued to work on throughout the course of the off season heading into this year that, continue to grow that confidence?
yes, so coming from last year, I do have very high confidence for this year, and I'm so excited, but also no matter how much I do, I always have room for improvement. Like I'm always taking extra reps with the team. I couldn't have done it without my team. And coming into this year, I know I'm gonna have more of a catching role. So I've been really focusing on catching more than I have in the past, because usually I would just focus on hitting. But yes, as a team, like I'm very confident in myself, but also as everyone else on the team. And it's just, I'm very excited and ready.
Coach, when you look at this group, its strength really, it seems like, is right in that lineup. You returned so much experience from a team that had the success that you had a season ago. 6 of your 7 bats that recorded 20 or more hits from last year's lineup return. Of course, Dawson sitting next to you, but players like Jordan Williams, Carson Lee, Hayden Del Toro, Abigail Miller, Maria Della Luna, all SCAC performers a season ago, all back with this group. Talk about some of these athletes in this lineup, what you expect to see from them, and how this roster and this lineup can really be a strength of this team going into the year.
Yeah, I have goosebumps right now thinking about it. We're very fortunate that we have a lot of returners, and all returners with experience in postseason and conference tournament. We try and look back at moments that they've all played in just so we can kind of level up and use that experience for the next time that we appear. But also, we have, like I said, we have Dawson coming back, Marina, Hayden, all of these key players, Carson, that we expect to do big things for us. And really we're just waiting for the opportunity so everyone can see like what we have to show.
You know, Dawson, wrapping things up with you, the momentum has clearly been building there in San Antonio with this program. I mentioned the 10 plus conference wins over the last 3 seasons, something that hasn't been done in a while. This is a team that you've been a part of that's been to an SCAC championship, a team that's knocked off TLU in the tournament and had success. As you look ahead to this season and you talk about some of the goals and expectations within this group, what have those conversations looked like, and what's going to be key in order for this group to try and accomplish those heading into the year?
Well, our main goal is for a SCAC championship. I mean, we all come into practice with the championship mindset, just doing the best we can, even though there'll be up days and down days, but it's just kind of just how you come back from those days. And as a team this year, we are so bonded and so close. And so the trust is very there with the upperclassmen and lowerclassmen. And so I think because the trust is there, it makes it a lot easier to attain that goal, because with no trust, that's when you lose games and stuff. And so I feel it with them. They're very dedicated this year. We're always taking like extra practice. We're always texting each other like, hey, we're at the field, want to join? And so I just think by holding each other accountable and just being there for each other, that's how we're going to attain that goal.
And finally, Coach, wrapping things up with you, you know, success obviously can be measured in so many different ways and forms and fashions and quantified in all different, you know, areas. But as you talk about success within your group, what is that message that you try to deliver? And ultimately, you know, this season is successful if what plays out, you know, both on and off the field for this group.
Yeah, so that can be layered so many different ways. Obviously, like just to repeat what Dawson was saying, like our goal is to win the SCAC championship. There is no other goal than that's what we talk about. But we're really just looking at ourselves, right? When we're not comparing ourselves to anyone else, but we want to be the best individually that we can be and then come together as a team. But success again, like offensively, we talk about it every day at practice. Like we're not so worried about outcome, but we're making sure as far like offensively outcome, but we want to make sure that, you know, we're hitting the ball hard, we're moving our runners, we're taking like chances that are given to us and then coming out on top.
Trinity University head softball coach Bailey Wittenauer, along with leadership from senior Dawson Dabboussi. The Tigers will open up the 2024 campaign on February 10th when they take on Howard Payne. Coach Dawson, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.